Top 5 reasons PLG customers churn. 1, price. 2, they're out of business. 3, integrations. 4, not feeling heard. And 5, they don't need you anymore. Or maybe their champion is gone. Hey, it's Gary, 3 times head of growth. Today I'm going to talk to you about the top 5 reasons PLG customers churn and what we did about it and how we prevented churn from happening. Price is the number 1 reason why customers churn. It's competitive out there. There will always be a cheaper alternative solution out there. And you need to use the pricing defensively and use the pricing offensively. Of course, we have our team face renewal conversations because of cutting costs, customers trying to reduce operation costs, and they see other competitive tools that are much cheaper, and we had to have those very difficult conversations with them. Or we're going after our competitors' customers using our freemium tier. So we're on the other side of the conversation and saying, hey, you should switch to us because we have a more affordable plan. So pricing will be a forever contentious conversation and reason why customers churn. What customers are truly saying is, am I getting a good deal? Do I feel reassured that it's a good deal? And can someone else give me a good deal? And we know this because when we go through the Twitter threads and Reddit threads, people are talking about compliance automation tools, and they're talking about which one gives them the best deal. They literally have those types of conversation publicly. And so how we overcame this, we help gain confidence by providing guidance. So we're telling them we're here to guide you through this. Your renewal is a reassurance that things will be taken care of. Sometimes we make the case by throwing in another advanced features, or we're providing more professional services, or we're cutting costs just a little bit. But ultimately, we want to reassure our customers that the churn due to pricing, the underlying reason is that I want them to feel comfortable. I want them to feel reassured and that they're not played for a fool. And that when they can share that back online, that they say, hey, we paid this, but we are also getting this and that, and it was a great deal for us. That worked out. Second reason is customers are out of business. Expect it. It's outside of our control. What we can do is detect that timeline leading up to it. And you kind of could feel and sense and detect that because you know that they're using your platform and software less, they've been less active, and because they probably have other fires they got to put out first. Does your software really help them unlock values and saving? You got to be really honest about that. And if you're able to identify that, you need to remind your customers so that they're less likely to cut your solution when things are on fire. As they approach their out of business, you're kind of extending that one way a little bit. So just because they're out of business, you're still having your champions inside the company use your software. You should still develop those relationships, reminding them through something called executive business review. What we didn't do is that we could have do a better job at communicating internally about upcoming churn, so we can give a heads up to our executive team about this forecasting and helping the leadership team figure out roadmaps and develop ways to recover revenue goals. Having that heads up, like imagine you are a manager, you're the CEO, you want to know that customers are about to churn. I know out of business churn reasons is beyond our control, but we need to be accounting for this in our reporting. So don't be surprised when it does happen. Set expectation with your executive team about signs when customers are about to be out of business. The third churn reason, which are happening more and more frequently, is integration. Do you have the integration that they need today? Customers now have all these established workflow. They have many point solutions. It's like a spider web. They have this crazy Frankenstein of architecture of softwares that they use, and they expect SaaS software to develop and have integrations to their use cases. Previously, a lot of SaaS softwares would say, hey, we have Zapier. That means you can sync with everything else. But in 2024, customers expect more. They expect a deeper integration experience, one that's much more seamless and automated. And we lost customers because we didn't have certain integration. And it's possible that you will lose customers too. How we circumvent this is we reassured our customers. Because in our customers' mind, they list out all the tools that they use. Oh, I have Notion, I have Slack, I have Microsoft Teams, I use DigitalOcean. So they list out all the tools that they have, all the tools and softwares that their team uses, and then they ask us, do you have all these integrations? And sometimes we don't. But the real question is, does their outcome, in this case compliance, does their compliance outcome need all these integrations with our tool? And most of the time, they actually don't need these integrations to achieve compliance. And our competitor is going around saying, we have this gigantic integration library. And it's really not about that. It's really about how many integrations your customer actually need to get to their compliance outcome, to get to their business outcome. So there's also manual ways to approach this. If our softwares don't have this integration, we want to inform our customers, hey, you can do this the manual way. And we really reassure them, hey, it's low effort. It's really low effort. And you can do this in another way. And so it's really not about integration. It's the underlying reason is how much time do I need to spend on this? If you don't have the integration, do I have to manually upload this? How long would it take? So by giving customers a playbook, they can execute this with confidence. And this is something that you can control. This is the type of churn you can control. The fourth reasons why customers churn is they're not feeling heard. They have requests, they have feedbacks. So we really have to put on our customer success hat. We have to reassure our customers by developing a success plan, by consulting them on alternative solutions, by setting expectations with them. So initially we push back on our customers. We tell them, hey, we don't really have what you're looking for. We don't have that solution. We don't have that integration. And really end the email. But it really trickles into poor customer success. And you can feel it in the tone the customers have with us over email. They might say, why don't you have this? I feel like I'm not getting what I need. Well, this competitor has this feature. Why don't you have it? So we slowly transition into acknowledging our customers, providing them with a workaround. We reassure them that other customers can proceed without it. So some things that we would say is, it sounds like it's a difficult experience for you. So that's an acknowledgement. You can try another way, like edit and upload. So an alternative solution. Well, typically our customers can move forward with this. I'm happy to connect you with some of them so they can share their experience and their process. So reassuring that the customers, they can move forward even without these requests. So it's really an art to have great customer success. Something you can control by being an expert in the product and knowing more about the customer segment inside and out. So you can reassure them by acknowledging their difficulty, giving them some guidance and best practices. The fifth churn reason is that they don't need your solution anymore, or the champion is no longer with the company. So we see this many times. The champion leaves, expect the churn will happen because only the champion know how to use the product. And it's very unfortunate, and that's very common. Other folks on their team, not so much. They don't know how to use the product. So when the champion leaves, you have to restart the whole onboarding process again, activate the customer again, educate them on the process again. And oftentimes it's too late. The customer is about to churn. They already told us that the champion is already laid off. Oh my God. Or the champion didn't leave any instructions behind. So when we're reflecting back, what can we have done better? We could have prepared a contingency plan. We could have reassured the customers that they're gonna be a good handoff process even without the champion. We'll guide you through all of this. So recognizing, developing those relationships with the whole buying committee, not just that individual champion. So when churn does happen, we are getting ahead of it. And this is a very controllable churn. Prepare a contingency plan in case the champion leaves. So other folks inside the company know how to use the product and they can vouch for their solution. Anticipate churn will happen in product-led growth. It's important to hone in on the revenue, NRR, ARR forecasts, and partner with the team, product team, engineering team, sales team on churn. You have to reassure your customers and stay on top of these churn reasons so you can mitigate it. Communicate with your leadership team so you have plans and roadmap to recover these revenue and business growth. Hey, follow me on growthwithgary.com or feel free to subscribe here to learn more about how to execute PLG, lead and operate and launch and be successful in SaaS.